Hi everyone, welcome back to Crafting with Ollie. This is Olivia, and today I'm going to be making a Scarecrow gnome. Let me show you all some of the supplies that I'm going to be using. First of all, we begin with a sock. I got these, everything you're going to see here is mostly from Hobby Lobby. From Dollar Tree, excuse me. You're going to need socks, one pair of socks. A white one. I like to start with a white one, and this other sock is going to be the body. So I got this sock so it could be the buffalo, so it could be like the shirt. You're gonna be needing some dowel sticks for the legs, and this was 12 inches. I just cut it in half, and the Dollar Tree baby shower shoes, piece of fabric. I'm using blue jean. I'm going to be using those for the legs. This I'm going to be, instead of using rice this time, I'm going to try and see what it looks like with these pebbles that I also got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using half of these, and it's a pound of pebbles, and polyfill. I'm going to be using polyfill for this, and a grass skirt. I also got this at Dollar Tree. Had it for a while. I was saving it just for this, and some noses. This is the only thing that I did get from Hobby Lobby. These dowel stick beads. They're 1 1/4 inch. That's the size I use for the nose for the gnome. And like I said, I got this bag at the Dollar Tree. Hobby Lobby. Excuse me, I keep saying the wrong name, but these I did get from Hobby Lobby. All right. Another thing I am going to be using are the hair rollers. These I'm going to use for the arms. These hair rollers. You're going to need 2 of them, and that's what I'm going to be using for the arms. On a packet, this was like a Halloween costume. I got these. These are for a Halloween costume, a Scarecrow Halloween costume, and I got this hat. It came with a headband, but I took the headband off, and I'm gonna be using this hat for the Scarecrow, and I'm gonna be using these for the arms or the feet. I'm gonna be cutting. They're too big. These are for adults, so I'm gonna be using these for the Scarecrow. I'll be just cutting it apart, making it small enough for the Scarecrow. Alright, let me go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with the pebbles. And I don't want to use too much pebbles, because I'm going to try and see if I can make a standing gnome with these dowel sticks. It's going to be standing up. And the last gnome I made, a standing gnome that I made, I put too much rice. Well, it was all rice. The whole body was rice. It was too heavy for him to stand. I did get him to stand though, but it was a little difficult. What I'm doing is I'm putting the lid of the canning jar here. That's what I use it so it can stay open, so I can fill it up with the beads, with these pebbles. It's the first time I use these pebbles also, so we'll see how they work. I usually use the rice. Rice is easy to come and it's handy, but I'm gonna see if I can use these pebbles instead. Okay, so I'm gonna use about half a bag, and that's just for support of the weight of the gnome. You don't want it to be too heavy. Like I said, if he's too heavy, he won't stand as easily. And this was a woman's sock, in case you wanted to know. Like I said, I got it at the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to be cutting it. It's going to be too big. So I used half a bag, and I'm trying to see if I want to add a little bit more. I'm going to try just a little bit more, not too much more. Put that aside. The rest of it I'm going to fill with polyfill, polyester fill, fiber fill. So I'm just going to stuff it down there. And shape the body the way you want it. Remember, the smaller pieces you use, the better it is to shape whatever you're making. So just a suggestion there, to use smaller pieces of fiber fill instead of using a big gob of it. Okay, there you are. I usually fill it so you see what shape it's taking. I need to add more. I'm just pinching it to make the shape of what I want it to look like. Okay, well, I guess you get the idea. I'm going to keep doing this until I get the shape, and I'll be back after I'm done with this, shaping the body. Okay, so I've filled it in for as high as I wanted it to. I want to shape it as well as I want, like that. And I'm just going to cut this part of the sock off. I don't need that part. Straighten that up. And just, I'm going to use a little small rubber band to tie up here at the top. And I'm going to use this sock, but it's like a buffalo check sock. I thought it was perfect for this because you know how that's the look of the fall look. And I am going to be using the top part of that sock for the arms. If it's not enough, I'll just use the other sock for the arms. So let me just cut this off here. And tie another rubber band up here. And there you have the body of the gnome. Okay, let me go ahead and just use another piece of jute string for extra reinforcement. I always like to tie it in there also, just for that. Rubber bands might break, but the jute string takes more for it to bust. Alrighty, so there you have the body. Like I said, I want to use this for the arms, but it might be a little too small for the arms. I'll just have to use the other sock for the arms. I'll work on that later. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to work on the beard. And the beard, I want to use this grass skirt. For a beard. It's kind of like a raffia, if you. And I've always thought it was neat looking, and I said we can use that for the beard. Let's see, let me open this up, and it already has it braided up here at the top, so you'd have to double it up so it'll be full. You are going to be cutting a lot of it off, so this is really long. So to right here, trying to figure out how long I want the beard to be. I think the width is good. It's about 3 inches wide. But I did double it so that it'll have more. Right, so I'm gonna cut that off right there. And just gonna glue this together. I'm gonna put some hot glue on it so it'll stick. Just hold it together so it can stick until it dries. Okay, I think it's dried. I think I have this string that came out. I'm thinking of going around it and just that'll hold it on there. So I can glue it on here. And of course the nose will go right about there. I need to cut all this. I'm leaving that for last when I want to cut it. Okay, I'm just figuring it out how to get it on here. I think I'll just put some glue here across the top right here. So I can glue that on there. this over. Alright, just waiting for this to stick before I do anything else. Alright, I'm going to tie I'll just use this one. I'm tying this knot here so that the raffia stuff doesn't fall all over the place when I cut it. So I just made a little knot there, and I'm gonna use my scissors to cut this right about there. Okay. And I'm just going to shape the beard with a little trim. Okay, the hat is going to go right about here. So I need to fix this beard a little bit more. And the nose will go right there. I'm just gauging it with a hat on so I'll know exactly where to put the nose. Okay. So right about there the nose will go. Let me just put some glue on here. And the nose goes right there. I bought this. It was on a stake, a harvest stake. I just pulled it off of it. Now this one I did buy at Hobby Lobby. I wanted to get that crow that they sell there at Hobby Lobby. I think they call it the judgmental crow or something like that. Anyways, I pulled it off of there. I'm gonna put it on top of this. I'm gonna glue it onto the hat. Give it a better view of it, because this is the way the hat came, and I just want to add this onto it. Let me get the hat on first before I add this crow on there. Okay. Just gonna add a little bit of glue down here just so it'll stick on here. Alright, I'll put him aside so I can work on his arms next. And the arms, I am using the same sock that I use for the body. And I'm using these they're hair rollers. Cut off these little the tags, plastic things. There you go. Okay, so I'm just going to see how much of the sock I'm going to be using. The one I use for fabric is different. So okay, so before I put that on, I was just thinking I need to put some of this on the sock. This is the one, like the little hay things is coming out of his, like he's stuffed with this hay. So I'm going to put it on here. Just gotta glue it on. And I'm cutting a little bit long right now. I'll trim them off later. I just want to make sure I get them on here first. Now I'm going to use this and put it on here. So his little, you won't see her hand, you'll see straw coming out of it. That burns. See if I can do it. Owie. Trying to get it in there. Ow. Alright guys, I really went ahead and finished both of them. I'm sorry about all the owing. I was burning my fingers. It's a little difficult trying to get the material over when it has glue on it, and I was really burning my fingers off there. But I've got it done. Here are the two arms, the left arm and the right arm. And I will be trimming off these. They're a little too long, but when I put them on him, I'll go ahead and adjust those. I'm gonna work on the little shoes now, and again, I'm using these baby shower. What do you call them? Little baby shower. I don't. They're like for decorations, I guess, for baby showers. I'm not sure exactly what they use them for, but they're there in the baby shower section. And I'm going to be covering them up with this. I bought this brown felt material. I'm going to be covering them up. And let me go ahead and get started with, I wanted to, if I can cut a piece off so I don't have to use the whole thing. Let me cut this in half first of all. Instead of having the whole thing on me. Let's see how much I need for it to go all around the shoe. I need about this much. Yeah, it's about 6 inches. So I'm gonna cut this off into 6 inches. And that way I can work with it a lot easier this way. Alright, so I start with the back of the shoe. I add glue on going up and across this way. Place the corner of it there. Add more glue to the shoe here. And as you're watching me make my little scarecrow here, I just want to say thank you for being here, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate it if you would. Alright, and now I'm just going to cut off this little extra piece here. I think I went over just a little bit, but that's okay. And now to shape the shoe, all you do is put some glue on the front of the shoe right here at the top. I'm just going to drip it from the top here, let some drop on there, and then just press it down right here. And let's glue it there. Then I grab these two ends together like this, and I'm going to cut this a little bit down. It's too high. Cut off about that much. Okay. And this, you just stuff it down into the boot like that. And there you have a little shoe. And I'm going to be cutting a little sole for it down here, but I am going to fill it with some beads so that again, it needs to have weight. So let me do the other first before I do that. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing with this shoe, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm done with my little shoes, with covering them with this brown felt. And now what I did is I traced them on a foam sheet. I traced it with a white pencil, and then I cut, and now I'm going to line them up here. And this foam sheet has glitter on one side and solid on the other. I'm going to use it this way so that it's a little rough, so that'll help, I guess, with standing. I'm going to put a little bit of the pebbles in this shoe also, just so just to give it weight. Like I said, the more weight it has on the bottom, that'll help to hold the gnome up when he stands. So I'm going to put some glue here on the edge, all around it, so I can put this down in there. That'll be its little sole, the shoe sole. Same thing to the other one. Add some pebbles in there. Let me add some glue again on this one. And that'll keep the pebbles in there and give it a little bit of weight. Looks like this one I cut a little bit too big. It's okay, I can trim that off. Use my little trim scissors here just to cut this off right there. Has that glue and it's sticking to the scissors. Okay, there you go. There you have his little shoes. Now the legs, I'm using the dowel sticks for the legs, and they're going to be going in here and in his body. And of course I'm using this blue jean material for his jeans. So I need to figure out how I'm going to put them on his legs. So then I am sticking these up into him. And I'm also going to put some of that straw on the edge of the legs here. I just need to know how wide to make these. Let me just cut this off. I don't need this edge. So let's see, his legs will be that wide. And this high up to here. Let's see how wide that is. That's I think it's about an inch wide. Yeah, looks like about an inch wide. Cut this straight across here. But then you gotta give it a little bit of room for the so I'll cut it about right there. And I need 2 pieces for the other leg. I'll just use this one to measure to make sure I have them the same size. Okay, okay. So I'm going to glue them first, and then after I glue them, I'll turn them inside out. Hopefully they'll stay together. Let me see if I can do it without having to do that. Maybe I can just do it this way, so I don't have a hard time turning it back out, inside out. So I think I'll do it this way then. I'll just put glue here. Bring this over. Oops, I forgot to put the, I'm gonna have to undo that. Sorry guys. My mistake. It'd be easier to just put the straw in there first, like I did with the arms. So let me do that right now. It'll be a lot easier that it's open. Just even this out so I can place it down easier. So the way I did over there, I just put glue and then glued these down. Use my finger protector. I've already burned my fingers enough this project. And the same thing with like I did with the hands, I'll trim it later. There you go. Now I can do this. Let's put some glue again on here. This will be his little leg. It'll stick into his boot like that. And of course I gotta trim the the straw things out. They're a little bit too long for now. Okay, I need to put some glue on the stick so it'll stay on the inside the boot, so it doesn't wobble like that. Okay, so that's one foot, one leg. Now I'm gonna work on the other one and I'll be right back when I'm done with that one. Okay, they are done now. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue inside the shoe and on the inside of on the back side, so that the dowel stick will stick in the inside the shoe. So I'm going to just hold it there until it stays, until it's dry. Making sure that the stick is well glued down before I do anything to it. Just add some more glue just for extra reinforcement in there. Back in there. Do the same thing to this one. Just adding glue inside, lots of glue. The more glue the better. And then just put the stick in there. Let it stay. Just hold it until it's dry. And just pump some more glue in just for extra measure. Precaution. And there you have it. Okay. Alright, what I was doing with him, I was noticing that the strips of this raffia is a little too thick, so I just wanted to thin it out. So what I'm doing is just pulling it apart like this, just to make it thinner. I didn't like it being too thick. Okay, now I'm ready to go ahead and put it together, the arms and the legs. I'll have to start with the legs first, since that's going to be down here in the bottom, and I need to just find the area where I'm going to put the legs in. I need to cut a hole in the sock, and because I do have a double sock, I need to go in and cut a hole on the other side, other sock too, the one inside, the white one. So I'm just doing it, cutting a little hole, and that should be big enough for the dowel stick to fit in. And I am bringing down the pants because only the dowel stick will go in there. Okay. And do the other side. I don't know, maybe the pants were just a little bit too big. I think I'll just trim off just a little bit of the pants. They were just a little bit too big. And they're just, I'm gonna cut about this much off. Do the same thing to the other one, cut off about the same amount. And I'm going to put this one about this area right there. So I'm going to cut a hole here and inside the white one too. Okay, so I'm just gonna stuff these in there. And you gotta be careful because the pebbles are gonna start falling out. So I just need to like put glue in there to close the hole in a little bit. And do the same thing to the other one. I'm gonna put glue just so that the pebbles don't fall out. Fix it up a little bit there. So now the arms, a good thing with those curlers that I used, you can bend it in any way you want. And since he is a scarecrow, I'm going to have him having his hands sticking up like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue right here on this. I'm just squeezing this down. I'm going to put glue right here on this area. And I'm going to stick that to the top of his head in this area right there. And he's going to be like a scarecrow with his arms sticking out. Hold it until it dries. And I do need to trim these down also. I just saw that. I need to trim them down. Oops. It's a little off balance because he only has one arm on. Wait, I better hold it before I saw it was falling down. Hold it a little bit longer. Okay, I'm gonna put glue on the other arm also. I just know that you gotta put a lot of glue for it to stay up there. So I'm gonna put glue also on the area I'm gonna put it on, up here at the top. And just hold it for a while until it dries. And the hat, putting the hat on top, I'm gonna also use that to hold the arms still stand out like that. And like I said, sticking the wire inside this will hold it up also, like that. This one needs a little bit more glue. Turn them over so I can see what I'm doing. Wait. I need to put glue here. That'll hold it there. I need more glue sticks. I'll just hold it until the glue dries up, and I know the hat will stay. Oh, he's starting to look a little cute, if I might say so myself. My little Scarecrow gnome. And all he needs now is just this little hat on top, and it'll come together. Right, just let me trim these down a little bit. I think that was just a little bit too big. Okay, and I was going to add just a little touch. I'm gonna add some little sunflowers on his beard, just because my favorite flower of all is the sunflower. So I'm just gonna add here and there a couple of sunflowers on his beard, just to add a little touch. I think it looks cute like that. One more. And these sunflowers, I bought a pack of these at the paper studio in Hobby Lobby. That's where I got this little packet of sunflowers, in case you were wondering. Let's see. Okay, I think I like him the way he is already. I think I got him good the way I want him to look. And the arms, they're adjustable. You can move them however you want them to look. And there you have it. He is a standing gnome, as you can see, using very little rice, or this time I used those little pebbles. Made the big difference So he does. There you have it. I hope you liked my little gnome here, guys, and I thank you for being here with me. And remember to like my channel and subscribe. Bye.